I used to live like I was under attack.
This month, our lesson involves 4 of the 6 major judges in the book of Judges. Today's lesson occurs 47 years after last week's lesson about Deborah and Barak. With God's help, they subdued the Canaanites. 40 years of peace followed by the 7 years of oppression. Notice a theme: God dislikes oppression. Using your power to take advantage of another, using your size, your job, your position or office in church, your money to take advantage of another is wrong, and God frowns upon that. The Midianites were very powerful, and they treated the Israelites very badly. The Israelites even tried to hide in caves and cliffs. For 7 years, they destroyed the crops and livestock of Israel, trying to starve them out of the land. The Israelites cried to the Lord for help, and the Lord always answers the prayers of his people. So God sent an angel to Gideon. Gideon is threshing wheat in a wine press. Now, threshing wheat is what farmers do to separate the wheat from the inedible chaff. Separating it is generally done outside. Farmers would toss the wheat into the air, and the wind would blow the chaff away. But because the Midianites were destroying everything, Israelites would hide, and Gideon was hiding his wheat. An angel appeared. Now, a messenger from God naturally would know Gideon's name, but the angel called him Mighty Warrior. It seemed strange because Gideon was hiding out in a wine cellar to protect his grain. He did not look like a mighty warrior at this point. God knows our destiny. He knows the power of the spoken word. He knows what is within us. And from the start of Gideon's commission, God is assuring him that he is indeed a warrior and God will be with him. Modern Christians must use the power of our words to edify God and encourage other Christians, particularly young Christians. In verse 13, we hear a Gideon that is either reluctant to believe that this is a messenger from God or is angry with God. Gideon questions the Lord, saying, if the Lord is with us, what has happened to us? In essence, if the Lord is on my side, why am I hiding, trying to save a little bit of food for my family? Where are all the miracles that my ancestors told me about? This defiant judge says, they tell me that the Lord brought me out of Egypt, but Gideon felt that the Lord had abandoned Israel. Now, God directs Gideon to save Israel. Gideon, like many of us, did not like the current situation, but he did not have an interest or was afraid to stand up and fight back. Faith is walking out into the unknown without a net or without a backup plan. Gideon, the son of a worshiper of idol gods, says, Lord, not me. My clan is weak, and I am the least of a weak clan. Like modern Christians, he is saying, I don't have the people or resources, and I'm not even a leader myself. But God doesn't want excuses from us. He wants our faith that he has prepared us and that he will go with us. The Lord proclaims that he will be with Gideon and that he will smite the Midianites. Remember, Gideon's father was the leader of the tribe, and he had an altar to Baal. This request is asking Gideon to depart from his father and leader's direction. So Gideon asks for a sign before he commits. Gideon asks the angel to stay while he returns home to get an offering. The angel stays and performs a spectacular sign, so Gideon is convinced that the one speaking to him is from the true God of Israel. At God's instruction, Gideon tears down his father's altar to the false gods, and Gideon offers a sacrifice to God at his place using a bull, a bull which is the symbol of Baal, for a sacrifice. Although Gideon's actions were done in the dark, the morning light reveals the destruction of the idol and Gideon's newly discovered devotion to the God of Israel. The people of his hometown are furious, and they demand that his father turn Gideon over to them so that he can be put to death. Gideon's father does not do that, and in fact, he joins his son in rejecting Baal and Asherah. Sometimes it takes breaking tradition to do God's will and to walk in God's way. That's the lesson for this week. Have a great week. Bye.